Hi,
Hello.
my name is Dr. Akshay. I'm a holistic therapist and a mind coach. We have Mr. Krishan here. He's a neurolinguistic programming practitioner and mind coach as well. Today, we are going to speak on the topic borrowed emotions. Yes. So, for all of those people who don't know about borrowed emotions, this is something when you are very emotionally attached to somebody, like primarily most of the cases it is with your parents. You tend to borrow the pattern and the in a particular way the way they do something. For example, I'll give you a straight away example so you get it right on the dot, right? So, like my wife always has seen her mother being very anxious when it gets too much late by the evening, and my wife's father, like my father-in-law, hasn't come back from work, back to home, and so my mother-in-law would be like very worried and anxious. Oh, why hasn't he come back till now? This that, right? And some way or the other, now when at times if I get late going back to my home now, my wife has that same anxiety feeling inside, and that's what it is borrowed emotion. And how does that happen is because the subconscious mind is trying to catch the patterns and the repetition of what she has seen all through the childhood, and she knows that the trigger response is somebody getting late is going to create an anxiety feeling. But that was characteristic of my wife's mother, my mother-in-law, right? It does not, it technically it should not be impacting the same behavioral pattern with my wife, but it does. So that's what it is, borrowed emotion. Yeah.
Yep. See, what happened is during our brought up, the child at the till the age of 6 to 7, they download the patterns and structures and strategies of their parents' mindset. So this structure and sequences remain till today, and now uh, whenever we observe, we realize that our pattern almost matches with our parents. So borrowed emotion is a very natural phenomena, but the problem is when we borrowed all these negative emotions from our parents, we don't realize that these negative emotions are sabotaging us the way it sabotaged our parents. So we have to be very aware that what kind of emotions we have borrowed from our parents. Definitely we have borrowed the positive emotions as well, which we are enjoying right now, but we have borrowed negative emotions as well. So uh, so what we can do is we can become aware about that these emotions, and we can also let them go if we really wants to.
So the trick is actually you go back and think about the patterns what your parents were doing, right? Like what they have a habit, what you call, right? What is a particular way they would do a particular thing, and do you do the same thing exactly like that? And if you do that, that is a borrowed emotion. I'm not saying whether it has to be positive, negative, or otherwise. What you need to realize is that the feeling what it is creating in you, is it as a positive feeling and it is helping you to grow more better as with your mental health. Amazing. And if it doesn't, then there is something that you need to catch and say, okay, I think this is creating a negative feeling in my inner state, and maybe I'm not that person, um, the way I am showing this behavior now, and that is since my childhood to date, right? So if you catch it, it is going to be making your mental health more better, and it will also make people around you more happier.
And also your child will by default pick up your positive emotions, because you already become aware about your downloaded emotions. Now you are aware, and by default it will pass on to the next generation, which will be very helpful in making their own mental health as well as the physical health.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Until next time. Cheers.